Steve, in Thursday's Des Moines Register, there was some light shed from Schlegel Sports, the owners of the Iowa Chops, saying that they lost nearly $1 million per year during the 4 years that they owned the AHL franchise in Des Moines. If that's accurate, I mean, what does that speak to? Does that speak to a deal, a lease agreement deal between whomever's going to own the minor league hockey team and the Polk County Commission that basically needs to sweeten the deal? Because I don't know who can work under restrictions like that if you can't recoup your investment.
Well, it says a few things. One, it says that the people at Schlegel Sports didn't have a good business plan. It says that. It says that I think also they really didn't know what they were entirely getting themselves into. I think it also says that. It says maybe the county and Global Spectrum, who hired Schlegel Sports or gave them the franchise, well, actually they gave it to the movie producer who sold it to them. But they obviously would have had to have signed off on that. Maybe didn't know what they were all getting into. And I'm hesitant to comment too much on the arrangements of this deal, John, because we really haven't heard from Global Spectrum, their side of things, about how they see things. But assuming that the statement is true from Schlegel's people, that they're basically competing with Global Spectrum for advertising revenue dollars, if that was the business plan, then I'm reminded of what the great prophets Wayne and Garth once said when they asked, "As Sphincter says what?" If you signed on to a multi-million-dollar operation that was going to require two divisions under the same umbrella to fight with one another for the same pot of gold, that's got to be about the dumbest business plan since Major League Baseball, dude. Okay, where team franchises in the same league fight each other for revenue. They're on the same team. Now, I'm all about competition, but it's a little bit like if you had two McDonald's in the same city, and instead of competing against Burger King, they decided they were going to compete against one another. Would McDonald's allow that, John?
No.
No, they wouldn't allow that. Why? Because it's all one name brand. So to sign up for a business plan where you're not really an agent of Global Spectrum, but you're going to compete against your own department head, for lack of a better description, for the same pot of gold, I don't know how anybody expected to make any money under that kind of an arrangement. So before, though, we go off on too much of a tangent like the one I just had, I think we probably ought to hear what Global Spectrum has to say about that, because I'm guessing they may see some things differently. But I do know this, John, then we won't have a CHL team here. I just don't believe that'll happen. I could be wrong, but I just don't know how that possibly sells, because we already have that. It's called the Des Moines Buccaneers, and the beer will be cheaper, and it's always going to be out in the western suburbs where there's more people, okay? So to keep the AHL here, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to go to more local ownership. And they're going to have to give them a lease arrangement that's much more similar to what the Iowa Cubs have from the Des Moines City Council than what the Iowa Chops had from Global Spectrum.